Justice is equity, and it knows no boundary. The litigants have genuine cause of action, and Judge Fumi Asaolu is ever ready to dispense justice, ensuring amicable settlement.
So how come she's not been paying this man out of the profit she's making? Explain it to her. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's an act of wickedness. And she's trying to play smart. That's the impression I'm having.
She is fearless.
Don't you ever look at me straight in the eyes and say, wait.
She is firm.
I don't see this man as somebody that will kill you. All he wants is for you to just perform conjugal rights. I'm telling you.
She is hilarious. The dispute is real, and the judgment is binding. This is the Justice Court.
Today on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Funke Kodri, all the way from Togo, is suing her customer, Ngozi, for the sum of 300,000 naira, the cost of goods she supplied on credit. The defendant, Ngozi Ike, agreed she received the goods.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Funke and Ngozi. Parties sworn on oath.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Funke Kodri, you are the one suing Ngozi. Okay. Can you tell me what this is all about?
My lord, I know you hear English much.
You can express yourself in pidgin. Can you?
Yoruba.
Can you speak pidgin?
Yoruba.
Yoruba.
Because I'm a Cotonou woman, so I'm not.
You know if you speak pidgin, you cannot speak only Yoruba language.
Yes.
Has it been sworn on oath?
Yes, ma'am.
Funke Kodri, you brought Ngozi Ike to court. You are suing her for the sum of 300,000 naira. I want you to explain to me how long you have known her and how come she's owing you 300,000 naira.
Ó sọ pé ẹ gbé Ngozi wá sí ilé ẹjọ́, ó jẹ yín ní 300,000.
Yes.
Ó tó ọdún mélòó tẹ́ mọ́ra yín, and ìgbà wo lẹ ti jọ ń ṣe òwò pọ̀?
Ó ti tó 3 years tá a ti jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe òwò pọ̀. So tí mo bá gbé ọjà fún ló máa san owó mi. Ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì ni tó máa fi fún mi ní owó mi. 2 weeks.
He said you both have been doing business together, that every 2 weeks she used to supply you and used to pay her money every 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
He said, but in this case, you have not paid for the last one.
Yes.
So, kala tele lode Germany 50,000 tele. So, another lodge me to wá gbé fún. So,
okay. He said you initially hold her 50,000 naira.
Yes.
Then another one, she now brought another business to you. You've not paid for the previous 50,000 naira and the new one.
Yes.
So the 250,000.
Just a minute. The previous 50,000 naira you mentioned, what happened then? You supplied some goods to her at that time too.
50,000 naira.
And she's yet to pay.
Okay. 50,000.
And when was that?
50,000 no Jane. Kilo mú 50,000 yẹn wá. Kilo ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin méjì tó fi.
Tí n bá ti fún ìyẹn gbé ọjà 250 fún.
Nígbà wo dẹ̀ ni?
So tí n bá ti gbé ìyẹn gbé ọjà 250 fún. So ṣe mọ̀ ló máa ń san gbogbo ẹ̀ fún mi. So ní 2 weeks. But so títí kan tí mo wá gbé fún ó wá fún mi ní 200,000. So ó wá kù 50,000 naira.
Okay, she said whenever she supply you, you pay 250. But this particular one she supplied to you, instead of giving her 250, you gave her 200,000. So you have 50,000 balance to pay. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. So when was that?
Time December.
December kini?
December 13.
Ọdún tó kọjá. She said the 50,000 you are owing her is the transaction you guys did 2000 December.
Yes.
And she gave you a bundle of clothes for 250 and you gave her 200 instead of 250. Is that right?
Yes, my lord.
December which year? So what happened thereafter?
Kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn?
So lọ́jọ́ yẹn gangan ni mo tún wá gbé ọjà 250 fún again.
Okay.
So ló fi wá jẹ́ 300,000 tó jẹ mí.
Okay. He now said she now brought another 250 products to you from the previous 50,000 that are making 300,000 that you are now owing. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you said normally when you supply goods to her, she pays up within 2 weeks. Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Ẹ bá gbé ọjà fún wọn 2 weeks ló máa fi sanwó fún wọn.
2 weeks.
That's
ló máa fi
it.
sanwó
Yes,
fún.
You pay within 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
But for once, for the first time, you could only deposit 200,000 naira.
Yes, ma'am.
And thereafter, you took a supply of another 250,000 naira,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
making 300,000 naira. And did you make demand for the money?
Ṣé béèrè owó yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀?
Mo bí léèrè.
And what was her response?
So ló wá sọ pé wípé tí n bá gbé lọ́jà míì fóun ìyẹn mọ́ 50,000 yẹn wípé so wípé gbogbo ẹ̀ ni lòun máa san fún mi pọ̀.
You said she requested for the 50,000. She now pleaded that she should give her another stock for 250. That the total sum she will be paying will now be 300, and she now agreed. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what made you to now give her the supply of 250,000 naira.
Yes.
So, and how much has she paid out of the 300,000?
Lọ́la tó san láti gbà yẹn.
Kò tí ì san nǹkan kan ni.
You said you've not paid anything since then. Ma?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happened?
What happened was she supplied that goods for me, and where I was staying and selling, I don't have shade. I use this big umbrella to stay there after they've scattered our load, where we normally stay, just to hang something. We don't have shade or shop. Just put something, you take umbrella and be selling.
Where is that?
Sura Alaba Market. Sura
Alaba.
Alaba.
So when they scattered it, we were selling now. So we don't.
That must have been an illegal spot for you to stay.
No,
For anybody to come and drive you from there. That means we're not meant to stay there at all in the first place. Am I correct?
We are meant to stay there, but as they were.
Who drove you out of the
shop,
place?
All these people, all these Kai people that normally
Or for a
go
government?
with their motors. Normally go with their motors. So after when they scatter the shop, now we still hang around with our umbrella to stay there and sell.
That means you are not supposed to be there. If Kai can come to drive you out of that place, that means you were not supposed to be there at all. Kai is government.
So when they now carry my load and carry us, say they want to take us to Alausa.
Oh.
Many of us, we are inside the car. So we are pleading and pleading, they refuse. Even the money I sold that day, they collected everything from me. Even I don't even have money for me to go home. So I was begging. We were many that they seize our load. So when they now carry us and get to this Costain side, that was not they now stop us, but they couldn't give me my goods, and we were many. So when she was calling me, I was pleading to her, telling her that look at what happened to me. Basically, she normally come every two weeks from Cotonou to come and collect her money. Because I don't disappoint her. Every two weeks, I will give her money. That was what brought her bringing me to court.
The defendant, Ngozi Ike, claims the goods she received were seized by the government agent when she was trading by the roadside. She has learnt her lessons. Even the plaintiff admitted the defendant had been a good customer, but she must pay for the seized goods. Judge Fumi drops some words of advice and mediates in this matter.
My question now is, are you trying to tell this court that out of all the supply you took from her, you have not sold any item out of it before Kai came to pick everything?
If I carry, I do give out to people. People come and collect from me on credit.
Okay.
So that when I go around and collect, before she will come, I must have raised a little meter.
So when you take the supply from her,
yes,
you give out to other people to sell?
Yes, to give them to buy.
To buy.
Because it was season, December time, that season.
To buy or to sell?
To sell for them.
Exactly.
To sell for them.
So you give it to other people to sell as well. So when they sell,
they
come and pay you your money, yes, and take their own profit, yes, out of it.
Yes, my lord.
So when you took the supply from her, you gave some out to some people.
Yes, my lord.
Then the rest were with you.
Yes, my lord.
So it's the rest that was taken away.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, now, all those people that collected from you, how much have they paid you?
They have not given me because of this koro. If I'm calling them, they will tell me that I should wait, that this is New Year. That New Year.
New Year like that. When did you give it? When did you give them the supply?
December time.
December time. Was the coronavirus pandemic out in January? Was it out in February? The first 3 weeks of March, activity was on. So that's no excuse. And I want to believe you are fabricating stories.
No, my lord. I'm not.
So if they tell you that, does it make sense to you too?
No, my
You live in this Nigeria.
Yes, my lord.
Was there lockdown in January?
No, my lord.
Was there lockdown in February?
No, my lord.
So what do you mean by that? If somebody said that to you, you can't tell the person that the person is lying. I'm listening to you.
No, my lord.
I said go ahead.
Okay, so I was still pleading to her, telling her that she should please give me time. Let me get myself. Let me get myself. Promise
how
her
much?
That I will pay her.
What's the value of the goods that was taken away by the Kai people?
It was that 250 own, because the only money I'm still owing is the balance of 50,000 naira.
You are contradicting yourself. You told me that you have people you normally give it out to. They will go and sell as well. So that means when you took the 250 supply from her, remember the 50,000 naira is just money you are owing her. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
So is the 250,000 naira value of goods that you took from her, and out of the 250 value of goods, you claim to have given out some of them, is the remaining one that you had in your possession at that time that was taken away by Kai?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm asking you, the quantity that was taken away by Kai, what is the value? How much? Answer me. What's the value? What's the worth?
The one they took, the money is much.
How much? Like how much?
Much. Like 150 market.
So, okay, how much do you have out that you are yet to collect from people you give goods to resell on your behalf?
It's almost close to 80,000.
So 80,150. Then the rest you have sold and collected the money.
Not all.
The balance.
I've not collected the balance like that. I've not collected.
Look at me. You collected goods worth 250,000 naira. You've only accounted for how much? 230 right now. So what happened to the 20,000 naira? And remember, I'm sure you must have more than that, because all the one you've sold, you didn't sell them at the cost price. You must have made some profit on them.
Definitely, there was no any other money with me, as they collected everything to me, and I bailed myself that very day. So I don't have any other money with me.
You don't have any other money with you?
Yes, my lord.
Okay, but you agreed that you are owing her 300,000 naira.
Yes, I agreed.
So now, I ask you, how do you want to pay her money? So that's the bottom line. That's why you are here. She says you are owing her. You've agreed you are owing her.
Yes, my lord.
Now, how do you want to pay?
I am begging her to give me time.
If she has agreed to that, you won't be here. So you've passed that stage. Do you understand me? You've passed that stage. You are in court now. And the matter has to be resolved today. So now, I'm giving you an option. You are owing, you need to pay. You can decide to pay everything once, if you have it. You can pay by installments. Only you have to come up with a figure that will be acceptable to her.
Let's start with 30,000.
Every month.
Yes, my lord.
That means in 10 months, you would have paid everything.
Yes, my lord.
Is that acceptable to you?
Olúwa mi sọ pé báwo ló fẹ́ máa san ó ní oṣù mẹ́jọ tó jẹ́ August lédè olóyìnbó ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí san ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí san 30,000.
You know why? I would love you to be realistic. Let me explain to her.
Olúwa mi ní àwọn máa fẹ́ kí ẹ fi ti ọmọbìnrin ṣe kẹ́ ẹ wò ó pé kò ní iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ báyìí kẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ máa wò ó pé.
I said she has to be realistic.
Wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ wò ó lọ.
I've not said beyond that.
Wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ wo iye tó náà fẹ́ máa san fún yín yẹn.
I want her to look at the fact that there is a lockdown now. Whatever business that she's doing is not really, I can't say is bringing in money to her right now. You understand me?
Olúwa mi sọ pé ìsémọ́ wà báyìí ń pé sókè wò ló pé látara ìsémọ́ yẹn gbogbo òwò táwọn èèyàn ṣe owó ìjàfara ní àtàrẹ jáde mọ́.
But at the same time, I know she must pay you your money.
Onídẹ̀ pọn dandan pé gbọ́dọ̀ sanwó yín.
And although I don't have any proof as to all the stories she narrated in court, but if it's so, I know it's due to the fact that she was selling all those goods at a spot where she was not supposed to have stayed. That's why the government, Kai people went there to chase them away and to stop them from selling wherever she was selling. You understand everything I'm telling you? But at the same time, she has agreed to pay you. Now, I'm not forcing you. I'm not intimidating you. And I'm not saying you must accept our offer. But I want you to be realistic and consider all the circumstances surrounding her earning capacity towards paying you the money she's owing you.
Wọ́n ní Olúwa mi sọ pé kò sẹ́rí dájú tó fi múlẹ̀ pé ìjọba mú ọgbà ẹrù yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ṣùgbọ́n gbẹ́gbẹ́ tó ṣe sọ tàbá wò látara bẹ̀ ní pé nǹkan táwọn kọ́ nílò ní pé ibi tó ti ń tajà yẹn ó pọn dandan pé ìjọba lè mú dé kò ṣe ibi tí òfin fi lélẹ̀ pé kó máa ti tajà. So ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ ń pọ̀ mọ́ òun ó lè tara bẹ̀ jẹ́ òótọ́. Wọ́n ní so nǹkan táwọn wá ní sọ́nsìn ní pé àwọn ò fi ipá mú yín àwọn ò pọn dandan pé kẹgbà ṣùgbọ́n kẹrò tara ìsémọ́ tó wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa ń sìn kò sẹ́ni tí ó lè ṣe òwò tó máa rí owó gidi látara ìsémọ́ tó wà ńlá nípé tó kẹrò ti Ọlọ́run mọ́ àtara nǹkan tó ń ṣe pé tó ṣe máa kó owó yìí jọ náà kò ń ṣe pé ó ní nǹkan.
Where did I say consider God?
She should.
When you want to take a decision.
Okay, when you said that she should be considerate, that's why I used
considerate. That. I didn't say you take. No. Be considerate.
Okay.
She should be considerate. Is be considerate. So don't put extra pepper and salt.
Yes, my lord. Wọ́n jẹ́ kẹ́rò pé kò síṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Iye tó náà fẹ́ máa san ọ̀hún pọn dandan pé ní dandan kó kẹgbà ṣùgbọ́n ọkàn sọ pé kẹwò wípé iye tó náà fẹ́ máa san ilé ṣùgbọ́n kò pọn dandan pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gba nǹkan tó sọ o ẹ̀yin náà yìí máa san ẹ̀dùn ọkàn yín lórí nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ pé òun fẹ́ máa san fún yín.
ṣe rí wúmà yìí mọ lèèyàn dáadáa ní sí mi gan-an ó tiẹ̀ dáa gan-an bọ́ ẹ mọ̀ léléyìí ṣe mọ̀ ní mi mọ́ títí bó ṣe rí ni. So
explain that. Let's hear what she said about her.
Madam, She said you are so good to her. You are a good business partner. That she really appreciates you so much. But what transpired this time around, she can't just help it, and she did not understand why it came up.
So the 30,000 naira per month is acceptable to you?
Only 30,000.
And she wants to start in August?
Wọ́n máa san 30,000 fún yín láti August. Wọ́n ní ṣe faramọ́.
It's okay. So she said she will accept 30,000 naira on monthly basis from you from the time you propose, being August this year. Then you start paying like that on every month. I mean, you'll be paying that on monthly basis or for 10 months. I think that's all. Then you pay up the 300,000 naira. Now, my advice to you, when you give out, let me ask her first of all, is that the way she transacts business with everybody that walks up to her?
Olúwa mi sọ pé ṣé tẹ́ ṣe máa ń ṣe fún gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ máa ń bá ṣòwò nìyẹn pé máa gbọ́jà fún wọn.
On credit?
Láwìn.
And you don't ask for any collateral or guarantor?
Dẹ̀ ń gba owó lẹ́yìn pé àbí ẹ máa léèyàn kan tó máa fọwọ́ síwèé.
Collateral does not have to be money. It can be just anything worth the value of what you are giving out to them.
Olúwa mi sọ pé
that you can easily dispose. So that you can get your money value.
Olúwa mi sọ pé ẹ tiẹ̀ ní pé tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́jà fún yàn kẹ́ mọ̀ pé ó ní nǹkan tó ṣe rẹ́gí owó nǹkan tẹ́ ń gbé fún wọn. Kẹ́ tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹni tẹ́ ń gbọ́jà fún ó nílẹ̀ tẹ́ lè fi dúró kí tó bá já sí pé kò fún yín lówó yín nípa ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ní mi kì í ṣe o because ṣe mọ̀ ìnígbà tí mo ti ìyẹn gbé wọn wò tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe dáadáa sí mi. So that's why tí mi ṣe gbé ìgbésẹ̀ kankan.
She said since she has been dealing with them that way and they have been faithful, so she don't think of going extra mile to like ask for collateral before handing over the best.
It's not a wise way to handle business.
Olúwa mi ní kò ń ṣe ọ̀nà tó tọ́.
Tell her you write an agreement. Let them sign that they collected goods worth certain value and when they want to pay. Whether it's by installments or not, let them put it in writing and let all the parties sign and let the guarantor sign.
Olúwa mi ní tẹ́ bá máa ṣe irú òwò bẹ́ẹ̀ ń jọ mi wọ́n gbà yín níwọ̀n pé kẹ́yìn àtẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́jà fún kẹ́ fọwọ́ síwèé ìgbà wo ló máa san owó yín báwo lè fẹ́ máa san owó yín tẹ́ bá ti jọ dúnàdúrà tẹ́ bá ti jọ gbà tẹ́ bá ti fọwọ́ síwèé kẹ́ sign ó máa mú èèyàn bíi méjì wá tó máa dúró bí ẹlẹ́rìí fún nípò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe kọ sórí ìwé yẹn ó ní ìyẹn lọ́kàn yín máa fi balẹ̀ pé tó bá wá wú tí ó bá wá ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí tó yẹ sọ ìyẹn ni ẹni tó fi jẹ́ ẹni tó dúró fún ó máa lè tètè ẹ máa lè kàn sí yẹn kó tó lè kàn sóhun náà ó ní tọ́yẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ máa ṣe nìyẹn kẹ́ wọ́n máa gbọ́kàn léèyàn lórí tẹ́yẹ ṣe òwò pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yìn.
Anytime anybody you give goods to, when the time is up and they fail to pay up, you have to call the guarantor immediately. Don't wait for a while. Just call the guarantor immediately. And I'll suggest you always go for at least 2 guarantors so that the 2 of them can share the liability. It's easier than just one person paying everything.
Olúwa mi sọ pé gẹ́gẹ́ báwọn ti sọ pé tẹ́ bá ti jọ ṣe ìwé tẹ́ ti jọ buwọ́ lùwé kẹ́ ní kó mú ẹlẹ́rìí méjì wá tó jẹ́ pé ó máa dúró fún wọn ní tẹ́lẹ̀rìí méjì yẹn bá dẹ̀ dúró fún tó bá ti jẹ́ pé kò ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìsọpọ̀ máa sọ bí ẹjọ́ ṣe ìnádúrà pé ọ̀sẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì ló máa sanwó tí ó bá ti kọ̀ láti san ní ọ̀sẹ̀ kejì yẹn ẹ̀ ti sáré pé ẹni tó fi dúró wọn ní ó dẹ̀ máa da kẹ́ ní èèyàn méjì kò dúró fún kó má jẹ́ èèyàn kan kó má dín pé tẹ́ bá léèyàn kan ó máa ti wọ èèyàn kan yẹn lọ́rùn jù tó bá dín pé nǹkan tó jẹ bí 300,000 yóò ti pọ̀ jù fún èèyàn kan ó máa da kẹ́ ní èèyàn méjì tó dúró fún.
You understand? All right. So, and my advice to you, look for a shop. If you cannot take a shop, you can't afford to take a shop alone by yourself. Look for somebody to join you. You can contribute money. Do you understand me?
That's right.
And you'll be using the shop, so you won't be having this kind of problem. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
It's the best way. Staying by the roadside, using umbrella, you are putting your life at risk. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm sure you are by the roadside.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. So
After the break, Judge Fumi rules.
my judgment on this case is that the defendant is to pay the plaintiff the sum of 300,000 naira by installments, payment of 30,000 naira on monthly basis from the month of August 2020 until the money is fully paid. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Have you been cheated or have a dispute and want justice? Don't take laws into your hands. Log on to www.thejusticecourt.com and submit your case.
I'm grateful. I'm thanking them for the way she handled the case. The lesson that I will not stay by the roadside again and sell. I would rather cool down and gather money and rent shop.
ṣe mọ̀ woman yìí ẹ mọ̀ lèèyàn dáadáa ní sí mi. So ẹ mọ̀ ní mi tẹ́ fẹ́ gbà gan tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ ìlèmí náà wò wípé at least ṣe mọ̀ tó bá ṣàṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi náà so tí mo bá tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ gbé ìyẹn gbé mi wá síbi bíbá so títẹ̀mí náà tí mo bá ṣàbẹ̀bẹ̀ náà so ló di dandan kí wọ́n gbà so torí ẹ̀ gan ni mo ṣe gbà.
Advise them not to be honest if you are doing business with somebody, and them not to disappoint the person, and not to stay by the roadside, no matter how difficult it is. Start up, get your own shop, and life goes on. Shall be well with the in Jesus' name.
Màá fún lọ́jà tó bá ṣe dáadáa.